like, you know, he had a little okay sparring match, you know, roughed me up. It actually taught me a lot, you know.
A few years ago, really likes to brag about winning that. Do you think, no matter who won or got the better of or whatever, it's still sparring and it was years ago? Do you think any of that is relevant to what we'll see when they get in there?
I don't think it's relevant, but then again, you never know.
A leaked sparring video has surfaced, showing Rolly Romero seemingly dominating Ryan Garcia, reportedly knocking him down and roughing him up. Romero claims he had the upper hand throughout the session, while Garcia admits it was a challenging experience, but says it ultimately helped him improve. He acknowledges that Romero's relentless pressure and power pushed him to adapt, making him a stronger fighter. The footage has ignited debate among fans, raising questions about Garcia's toughness and Romero's skill set.
And was that sparring video? Let's be honest.
Right.
And I don't know if you were 16, 17.
Yeah, 17.
17, right?
Buck 30,
So
buck 25.
he used the hell out of that video.
He did. He roughed me up.
Was that not wise? It was very
Yeah,
wise.
no, that's why I give him
Has he
credit.
ever thanked you?
Yeah, he didn't give me the thank you, but he said, you know, if you fuck the finest bitch, you're gonna tell everybody you fucked up. I'm like, bro, you crazy. But at the end of the day, you know, he used it to his advantage. I'm not mad at him, but, you know, I always wanted to put a stake into it and say, like, you know, he had a little okay sparring match, you know, roughed me up. It actually taught me a lot, you know, because I was sparking everybody out everywhere I went.
In sparring.
Everybody, and that in the Mayweather gym. That's why it was even hyped that day for it. So it taught me a lot on what people are gonna try to do to me in the ring.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I see what they're gonna try to do.
It made you better.
Made me better.
Gervonta Davis has openly praised Rolly Romero's remarkable punching power, declaring that Romero is the hardest hitter he has ever faced in the ring. Davis noted that when Romero landed punches, it felt like being hit with a brick, emphasizing the heavy impact of Romero's strikes.
I don't want to say that's crazy, but yeah, hopefully, bro. Hopefully, for the sake of Rolly, he pull it off. But it's gonna be a good fight. No, you think? Huh?
Someone's going to get knocked out.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody get knocked out.
Was it Ryan or was it Rolly? Because they both.
I ain't gonna lie, Rolly hit hard. People be sleeping on Rolly because he been obviously, I don't know how to say it, obviously. But yeah, if he don't got no chin now, so Rolly be getting caught. But Rolly, he can hit, bro. Like he can hit. He's the only person I felt like when he swung, I felt like bricks was in his hood.
Is that the hardest one?
Like,
is that the hardest one you faced throughout your whole career? Is that the hardest one?
Who else a spot that was like that was Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, and that guy, he get hit. Danny, what? He Puerto Rican, huh?
Yeah.
Everything. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't touch me. He didn't touch me with nothing clean. But when he did touch me, he like hit me all across the room. Like, boom, boom. Like, dang.
You seen that Ryan's not back by Eddie Reynoso, obviously Team Canelo. You think that's gonna up the knot? Why do you think that's gonna be good for him?
Because he's around someone.
Biggest trainers.
Right. He's around someone that's great like Canelo, so he can be able to feed off of him. Anytime you put someone like around like other great people, it always rub off. You know what I mean? So I think that him being back with Team Canelo is gonna be great for Ryan.
In addition to praising Romero, Davis has voiced doubts about Ryan Garcia's fit for professional boxing. He publicly stated that Garcia shouldn't be a boxer, casting skepticism on Garcia's dedication and skill set.
He shouldn't be a boxer. I don't think so. Because it's even just like me, I start watching his like interviews and things like that, just watching him as a person, like trying to get to know him. I just don't see it for him. I just don't see it. Like, boxing on Instagram probably be cool, but not an actual fighter. Like, he should like train people or something like that. I don't know. I just don't see it for him.
The significance of past sparring sessions between Garcia and Romero has sparked debate among boxing fans. Some believe that Romero's past dominance could carry over into the official fight, giving him a psychological edge. However, others argue that spar results don't always predict the outcome of a real match, as fighters often hold back or experiment during training.
Rolly, they sparred and Rolly bullied him. Rolly bullied him to the point. Ryan was leaking. Go watch that sparring video. His power is definitely legit. Both of them.
He ain't no scrub.
But
you think he gonna be walking Garcia down all fight?
He definitely gonna be trying to. I'm saying Rolly Romero gonna go in this fight trying to bully him.
Yeah.
He gonna try to come out fast because Ryan is not somebody you want to try to let get in the rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and he got a good reach. You ain't trying to
really
let him keep him at distance. So he definitely got to close that distance all fight.
But in that sparring video, Rolly got hit with that left hook like 10 times. And that was what head get.
On the left hook on this highlight tape.
Who?
Rolly. He ain't get dropped, but he got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
Rolly Romero became like a superhero after the whole Tony Weeks and Barroso situation. The press conference is going to be wild. Don't forget, before the Ryan Garcia fight, Romero versus Gervonta Tank Davis.
Ryan Garcia got to redeem himself. He on that PED. He on the What you think? Who gonna win? Rolly, Ryan Garcia? What's going on?
Well, when you look at these fighters' history, Rolly and Ryan, they have a big history. They actually sparred before. You can go watch their fight on YouTube.
They say he clout chasing.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm gonna be honest, man. When I watched the spar, Rolly was beating him, man. Ryan didn't have no answer for Rolly. If Ryan don't be aggressive on Rolly, I feel like Rolly just gonna take the fight to him. And
check this out. You got Ryan Garcia winning, man. Simple. Rolly gonna have to get that smoke.
This was his biggest match, making him one of the biggest pay-per-view draws for Tank. Now he's poised to do the same. But let's not forget that the fight between Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia made history, with both fighters sharing the ring that night. Fans are eager to see how Ryan Garcia will respond in this upcoming matchup.
As for the sparring between these two, obviously I've seen the sparring. My personal opinion is that I don't really read into it all that much. I think that if you drop a guy in sparring, if you knock a guy out in sparring, if you force him to quit in sparring, then you might always have a part of you that feels like mentally you've got the upper hand on that man, having got the better of him before. But this spar in particular feels completely different to me. The circumstances are just so different because you haven't really bettered that man before, have you, if you're Rolly Romero? Like, I've watched that spar, as most of you guys have, and was it a one-sided beatdown? I didn't really think so. I thought it was a spar where one man was coming to spar in Ryan Garcia and one man was coming to brawl. And remember, there is about a 3.5-year age gap between these two. So I believe at the time of the sparring that we've seen the footage of, Ryan Garcia is about 17, Romero's about 21. That's a big difference, When it's between sort of 25 and 28, it isn't that big a difference. But yeah, 17 and 20 odd or 21, whatever it was, that's a big difference. That's a lot of man strength that Romero's going to have on his side. And for me, it looked like the cleaner work in the earlier rounds was coming from Ryan Garcia. And then I think in the later rounds, as you would expect, the older man got to him a little bit more. I find that of a lot of sparring partners, I'll spar ABA champions and stuff like that, and they'll have quick starts against me where they're vastly more experienced than me. But in the later rounds, I'll drag them a little bit deeper and I'll have more success. Those things can happen. And past Riyadh season cards have showed us, especially, Daniel Dubois against Filip Hrgovic, that what happens in sparring doesn't always mean that much when it comes to what happens in the fight.
Rolly Romero has revealed that he put an end to his feud with Ryan Garcia some time ago and is now fully focused on their upcoming fight. He is determined to win and is channeling all his energy into preparing for the bout.
The thing with me and Ryan is I done ended that beef long ago. Because I'll tell you guys all something. And while everyone over there bullying and slandering the mother, was the only one that defended him. Throughout all the fucking bullshit, who's the only one that defended him?
His mama.
No, me. The only fight I care about right now is Ryan Garcia. And then the winner between that and me and Ryan gets Gervonta Davis. We're going to do this all on pay-per-view, on Showtime pay-per-view. We're going to do this shit, all right? Like I said, at the end of it, I got the belt. I make the shot.
This fight is shaping up to be a major event, as both fighters have previously faced Gervonta Davis. Garcia coming out victorious, while Romero suffered a loss. Now, Garcia and Romero are preparing to square off, each eager to prove themselves. The winner will have the opportunity to elevate their status in the boxing world, gaining respect and potential title opportunities. With both fighters hungry for success and redemption, this matchup promises to be a defining moment in their careers, filled with high stakes and the potential for an exciting, unpredictable battle.